Good morning, everyone. This is the Tuesday Utah Tech football Lance Anderson press conference ahead of this Saturday's ball game at Tarleton State, number 11th ranked Tarleton State Texans. Saturday's game will start at 5 p.m. Mountain Time at Memorial Stadium in Stephenville, Texas. The pregame show will be streamed live on Trailblazer Sports Vision starting at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. The game will also be aired live on the Fan Sports Network, 99.9 or 99.5 FM here in St. George, and streamed on ESPN Plus. It'll be a Tarleton State produced broadcast. A couple of news and notes from last week. Freshman quarterback Bronson Barbin became just the ninth true freshman in the program's NCAA era to complete a touchdown pass. He did so last Saturday at North Alabama. Out of those 9 quarterbacks, 5 of them had now completed multiple touchdown passes in a game, so he joins that elite list. Sophomore safety Brevin Hamlin tied a career high with 11 tackles at UNA last Saturday. Coincidentally, his career high of 11 came last year, also at North Alabama. Saturday's game at Tarleton State will be the 5th meeting between the Texans and the Trailblazers. However, it'll be the 2nd time the two teams will have met in Stephenville. The last 3 times have been played in St. George, including the last game during the 2022 season when Utah Tech defeated Tarleton 34-28 back on the November 12th of 2022. Utah Tech also won their first ever game in the series that was played in Stephenville back in the 2021 spring season, a 26-14 win over the then 22 ranked Texans at Memorial Stadium. And with that, we will open up today's press conference with a brief statement from Coach, and then open up for questions for our media.
If we look back last week at North Alabama, again, a disappointing performance for us. Again, just did not execute to the level that we would like. And just, again, we're physically outmatched and, definitely need improvement. Again, a bright spot for us was when Bronson Barbin came in, a little bit of a spark for the offense, and, had a couple touchdown passes. And that was, real positive for a true freshman to step in and do those things. As we look forward to, Tarleton State this week going on the road, it is another real quality opponent. It is going to be a very tough physical matchup for us. Both sides of the ball, they are a very talented team, have some very good players on both sides of the ball. The running back Britton is, very dynamic, has put up some outstanding numbers this year, so will definitely be a challenge for us. But again, it's an opportunity for us to step forward against great competition and a chance for us to show some improvement. So we're looking forward to going on the road and playing another real quality team.
Coach, after the game last week, you said everything's open. What did you mean by that, and how does that affect you this week going forward?
Again, we're just trying to instill more competition. We want our guys to have fun playing football. There needs to be that competition, but also that enjoyment and that love for football needs to show in what we're doing. So again, we're trying to be competitive at each position. I think already this year, whether it's just because of that competition or it's because of injuries, we've played a number of guys at all positions, and we're in the same position here going forward, where everything is up for grabs, playing time is up for grabs, and we're looking for guys who are going to seize that opportunity and step up and make the most of it.
Coach, last week you talked about consistency from start to finish. How do you plan on executing that coming up this week against Tarleton State?
Again, and I mean, we're almost, we've talked so much about, execution, one play at a time, playing well, that really my message this week to the team has been more of, we've got to get back to just enjoying football, understanding that we play this game because we love it. That's why everybody started playing this game as a little kid, because you love competing, you love playing. We need to see that energy, that enthusiasm for football. We need to see that love for the game. And, I promise the guys that, hey, if you play like you love this game and you approach everything in terms of football, in terms that you love it, then you're going to put everything into it. You're going to get a lot out of it, and that's going to lead to better performance. So We're trying to go back to square one, back to the roots, and just again playing for that love of the game, knowing that that will lead to improvement, and that's where we are right now, and that's what we need.
Tell me about your perspective on Bronson Barban's limited time coming in as quarterback as a true freshman.
Again, he's a kid that just got home from his mission in the middle of June, jumped right into the summer program when he got here. So he is still, I mean, he is a true freshman and has not been playing football for very long, having been gone for 2 years. But he's a kid who does love football. He loves to compete. I think he's got a lot of physical tools as well. So I was impressed for him to go in and be as calm as he was, make some of the plays and throws that he was. He's still learning a lot, and he still makes some freshman mistakes, but that was very encouraging. And quarterback is no different than the other positions. We're going to see some great competition in practice this week between Bronson, Reggie, Luke McPhail still getting reps, with Deacon being injured and being out for the time being. It really gives those three guys an opportunity to compete, and we'll see where that shakes out at the end of the week as well.
Coach, you've talked about tackling the last couple of weeks, and it hasn't been what you've wanted to see. And this week, especially, probably the best running back you'll see all year long. And you've got to tackle and improve on that, or this kid's gonna just go wild.
Yep, exactly. And I mean, again, you're a little bit. I go back to like what Nick said. How do you fix tackling? Get better athletes on the field, and it's hard to do that at this point. And you can see so far this season where we have been physically outmatched, just in terms of size, speed, strength, athleticism. But we do devote a lot of time to tackling drills. We started practice out again this morning on defense with a rotation of various tackling drills, trying to put guys in the positions they are in games, and working those techniques. So at this point, we've got the roster that we have, and we need to do a better job of developing that roster. And that's why we're going to continue to put focus on the fundamentals, the basic techniques, like tackling, like getting into the proper position, playing with the proper leverage. And all we can do is trust that those reps that we put in each week will pay off at the end of the week. But yes, that is something that we are going to devote time to every practice, every week, because on defense, you have to tackle. It's, if you can't tackle on defense, that's like going to work, having a job, and then not getting paid. On defense, you have to tackle. That is one of the most fundamental aspects, and that's something we need a lot of work with.
Coach, I had looked at your game against ACU, and you had 328 yards passing. You accumulated about 500 yards total of offense. Coming into this week, are you looking to kind of take some pieces from these past games to where what worked right in the passing game and try to apply that with the true freshman quarterback? Or is it going to be kind of a see what happens at the end of the week towards game time?
Offensively, we're still striving to be, as balanced as we can be. We have struggled running the football on offense this year. Again, and it starts up front, being able to, make those blocks, be able to move people off the football. I mean, that's where you win games. It's that physical battle up front. So we're still going to strive to be balanced. It's forced us to try to be a little bit creative in how we run the ball. If there are opportunities to throw the ball, we definitely want to be able to do that. Whether it's with Reggie Graff or whether it's with Bronson Barban. We do have a couple dynamic playmakers if we can get the ball in their hands, and you've seen a little bit of that the last couple of weeks with number 4 Shamar Garrett. And then you saw Bryce Parker with the long touchdown last week. He's done that a few times this week. They're both smaller guys, but they are dynamic guys. They can make plays when you get the ball in their hands. So they're guys we're trying to get the ball to. But we've got the bigger targets too, like a Daniel Thomason, our tight end group. So yes, on offense, we feel we need to be balanced. We need to spread the ball around and try to take advantage of what the defense gives us. But in order to do that, we just need better overall execution.
Coach, this is the third ranked team across 4 games that you've played now. What are some of the learning opportunities that come from playing against these tougher competitions?
Again, I think for our guys, they see, just the level of talent, you know, the level of execution, and it gives us that benchmark of what we need to be shooting for, of where we need to get. I think for us as coaches, you know, being here and building this program, we just see the level of talent at other programs, the size, the toughness, the physicality, or the overall athleticism and speed, and it just shows us of what we need to do with this program to get to where we want to be, both with the development of our current players and with players that we bring into this program of what we need to be shooting for. Yeah, that bar is high. We've played some really good football teams this year, but I think it is helpful in all those areas because it really shows us of what we need to do to get to that point.
Coach, you talked about your running game. Bretton Stone's been getting more touches the last couple of games, and he's been running hard. Does he deserve even more playing time?
Yes, we've talked about that we're going to continue to try to get Breton some reps because, you know, he did run the ball hard and was effective. You know, he had a drive early in the game where he had some effective runs. I know some of those came later in the game as well. So we will continue to work him in. I mean, we still feel that Chris Street is a very talented running back. We need to continue to get the ball to him, but we need to get him started. We need to get those blocks so that we can spring him, you know, and get him into the secondary or get him up to the next level at least, because he runs hard. He's a physical runner. You know, so we need to spread those touches around, but those are two guys who definitely have shown that they deserve some more touches, and we need to get the ball to them.
And Coach, are you doing anything? Are you going to do anything differently to get your quarterbacks easier throws and quicker throws?
Yeah, we've definitely tried, you know, tried to do that, whether it's in the screen game, it's in the, you know, just some of the short and intermediate throws. So I think that builds confidence if we can get them some of those throws early. So we continue to try to incorporate that into the offense as well.
Okay, more questions for Coach? Not hearing any. All right, we will wrap this up for today. Thanks for everybody joining us, and we'll see you all on Saturday. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.